I mean, I totally get it, man. You want to go to the gym, you want to make sure that you maintain those sweet gains, or you might want to even make more gains. But here's the thing, we both kind of know it's a bad idea to go to the gym now. And if you don't think so, well, let me change your mind hopefully. Because if you don't think it's a bad idea, you're probably young and you probably think, huh, I won't die because of this. Here's the thing, you probably might not have any issues, but the people around you might. And let's take it a step further. In some countries like Italy, hospitals are full and this is a disaster. This means they have to choose who they are going to treat. And because of this, people die who didn't need to die. People who could easily be treated are dying now. So yeah, you're probably safe, but there's a chance that the people around you might not be safe. And things could go down real fast. We're talking about a virus. So please, for the sake of the whole human race, society, everyone around you, don't go to the gym. And I can hear you say, yeah, let's be reasonable. I'm not gonna stop working out. I just can't. And I get it, dude, totally. I'm not telling you to stop working out. I'm just saying, stop going to the gym, please. At Lepco Fitness, we decided to make a free program, no strings attached. We are simply making this program so that you stop going to the gym. That's all we ask for you. And I guarantee you, this program will make sure that you maintain your gains or make even more gains. I guarantee you this. So, if you're interested, well, let's go right there and get you hooked up. Let's start. Welcome to the emergency plan by Lepco Fitness. So how this program works is you have 4 days in a row and there is a off day between 3 and 4. Of course you can have an off day between 1 and 2 and 2 and 3, but we really recommend having an off day between day 3 and 4. Now, let's move up to the top. Day 1 is a push day, day 2 is a legs day, day 3 is a pull day, and day 4 is a circuit kind of day. So, let's start at the very first day. Underneath day 1, you see exercise type. And the first 4 exercise types that we work out is horizontal push, vertical press, triceps, and side delts. After this part of the video, we will go through the exercises for horizontal push, vertical press, triceps, and side delts, and for all the other exercises. Next to that, you will find the exercise that you do. For example, horizontal push, push-ups belong to horizontal push. So right here, you could write down push-ups. And next to that, there's a rep range. So what that means is, when you do this exercise, you want to make sure that you stick within this rep range. So if you do 4 reps, you're out of the rep range, and anything above 15 is also out of the rep range. So stick between 5 to 15. And you do that per set. There are 3 sets in week 1. So do all the sets of one exercise, then move on to the next exercise. So this is how your day starts. Day 1, you do your horizontal push. You select the exercise that you're doing for that. In my case, push-ups. I do 5 to 15 reps per set, and I do 3 sets. And I write down my results here. So let's say 10, 9, 8. And then I go to the next exercise, vertical press. I select the exercise, then I do 10 to 30 reps. So that could be like 15, 14, done. Next exercise. As simple as that. And you'll notice that in the second week, the amount of sets goes up for horizontal push. And in the third week, the same thing happens. Now there's a second sheet that moves to the 4th week, 5th week, and 6th week. Going back, day 2. Same thing, except now we do leg training. So, bilateral quad, choose your exercise, check the rep range, do the amount of sets prescribed, and that's it. Pretty straightforward. However, the 4th day, is a little bit different. Do the exercises in this order once, and then repeat for the amount of circuits written. So what that basically means is, instead of doing all the sets for horizontal press, you do 1 set, then you do 1 set of triceps, then you do 1 set of vertical or horizontal pull. You can choose yourself. Then 1 set of biceps, etc., etc., etc. And once you've done that, you do that again. If it's 2 circuits, you do that twice. So just to make sure no confusion. So 2 means you go once and then twice. So in total, you do 2 sets of everything. And you'll notice in the fourth week and fifth week, the circuits go up from 3 and then to 4. And that's basically it. It doesn't get much harder than this. So if you're done watching this, then let's move to the exercise selection. Starting off with horizontal press. You've got your regular push-ups. And of course, you can always do all the variations. You've got the diamond, the white push-up, but you can also make it harder by leaning forward, doing pseudo planche push-ups. And if it's still too easy, just grab a backpack, an old one preferably, and just fill it up with stuff. And if you're really strong, you can just go ahead and do straddle planche push-ups. Please don't mind my form. I've done this take many times. I'm so tired. If you have 2 chairs or anything you can support on, you can do dips. Just make sure that you keep your legs tucked in and lean forward a little bit. It makes the exercise harder, and it also allows for more range of motion. The more you lean forward, the harder it gets. And eventually you end up doing tuck planche push-ups, which in a bodyweight world is pretty impressive. If you can do that, man, you're pretty strong. If the dips are too hard, you can assist yourself by placing your feet on the ground and sort of squat with every repetition. This way you can decide yourself how much you're assisting. Moving on to horizontal pull. Now, if you have a table, and most of us do have a table, and that table is sturdy enough, you can do bodyweight rows like here. This again, you can make harder by adding a backpack with stuff. If you happen to have resistance bands or, I don't know, rope or towel, you can do this exercise. Make sure that your door is sturdy enough though. And if it's too easy still, well, if you can hang off something like here, you can try this exercise. And you can make it as hard as you want. Damn. Moving on to vertical press. Now, if you have a resistance band or a bag with stuff or anything heavy, you can do standing 1-arm overhead presses. I recommend doing 1 arm because you don't need as much weight that way. Now, if for some reason you don't have a band or anything heavy enough, you can always try decline pike push-ups. Just simply put your feet on an elevated platform like a sofa and then try to, press up and down like I'm doing here. If that's still too easy, then first off, damn dude, you're strong. Well, raise one of your legs. That'll make it harder. And if that's still too easy, dude, then just do handstand push-ups. Come on, man. Vertical pull. Now, vertical pull is a hard one. So, I came up with this exercise. So, if you can hang off the table or a bar like I have, you can try doing this. It's pretty hard though. If you have a resistance band or something similar, you can hang it off somewhere and do lat pull downs. However, I can't do that. I don't have anything to hang from. So instead, I got onto the floor. I use this sofa's leg as a anchor point, I guess, and I pull just like so. Pulling at 1 arm at a time makes the exercise so much harder. Triceps. Now for triceps, you can grab that same bag we've been using, stand up and basically overhead press it first, and then do tricep extensions, as simple as that. However, if you don't want to use a bag or you don't have a bag, I get it. You can always do this exercise. However, it's super hard though. Another variation is getting on the floor and trying this baby. On your knees, it's easier, but on your feet, man, holy crap. Biceps. Now for your biceps, you can grab a bag or a rice bag or anything heavy really, and you can simply do curls. This next exercise is pretty hard on your biceps. If you have rings or a bar like I do, you can try doing this. Side delts. Now again, I know I keep asking you to do this, but grab a bag or really anything heavy. It can be anything. And do some delt raises like I'm doing here. Rear delts. Now for your rear delts, it's highly recommended to use a resistant band and basically pull the band apart. You can make it harder by grabbing it slightly more to the center. And of course, if you have a doorway that is sturdy enough, you can try doing some sort of a variation on a face pull. Bilateral quads. Now for your quads, you can basically do bodyweight squats. And if they're too easy, then again, grab something heavy and hold it in front of you, and you're basically doing goblet squats now. Unilateral quad. For this, you can basically do lunges. And if they're too easy, then again, my friend, add weight. And if it's still too easy, keep that weight and do split squats instead. Another variation is pistol squats. If it's too hard or your ankles are not mobile enough, like my right ankle, you can use something like a plate or anything and put that at the heels of your feet and then try doing it like this. And of course, you can always use a hand to support yourself with the movement. Unilateral and bilateral hamstrings. Now you can grab something heavy and try to do deadlifts like I'm doing here. And for the unilateral variation, you can basically try to do that with one foot only, with one leg. But as you notice, I almost lose my balance here, so it's probably a better idea to support yourself like I'm doing here on the sofa, and am a lot more stable, and the exercise just feels so much better. So support yourself when you're doing the one leg variation. If you can climb your feet underneath the sofa like I'm doing here, this exercise is great for your hamstrings. Strong people can do this without any support at all, but as you can see, I am using my hands slightly to support with the movement. It's super hard, and you really feel it in your hamstrings. I do recommend using a towel to protect your knees. Hip thrusts are a great exercise too. You can use a bag to make it harder. For the unilateral variation, you can use only one leg, and man, this is just hard without using any weights. Last but not least, calves. For calves, we recommend standing on something. Here I use a yoga block, but you can also just stand on stairs or something like that, and simply do good raises. You can do this with two legs, one leg, you can add weight, you can hold on to something, everything is fine. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you won't go to the gym anymore. I'm just gonna finish up editing this video that you're watching right now. Anyway, so share this with anyone, and if you have any questions on why this program works, let us know. If you know any good exercises that we didn't mention because this video was getting way too long, so I couldn't come up with everything, just go to Instagram, post your exercise, and put the hashtag LabcoFitness, and we'll check it out and post it on our own Instagram or something. We'll figure it out. So let's work together to come up with better exercises, good alternatives. And thank you again for watching. Please don't go to the gym. And yeah, later.